It's time for this week's episode of Brandon Sports Talk, featuring in-depth interviews from those who are trending in the world of athletics. And now, here's the host of Brandon Sports Talk, Brandon Pate.
Welcome back to Brandon Sports Talk. In today's episode, I have the privilege to interview the Athletes Unlimited volleyball player, Taylor Bruns. How are you doing today?
Hi, I'm doing great. Happy to be here.
Can you talk about how you knew that you wanted to play professional volleyball?
I actually didn't realize that was a thing for a long time. When I was a senior in college and I was about to graduate, I learned about it. My coach told me that I could go overseas and play. I didn't think that was an opportunity for volleyball players to continue their career, but they set me up with an agent, and I'm coming up on my 9th season playing professionally now.
That's pretty amazing. What was your college time like at South Carolina Gamecocks?
I loved it. Go Gamecocks. It was a great school. I loved my teammates. The program has just become so great. I still follow along, and they're really doing well this year. I loved playing there myself, and it's just wonderful to see all these new girls going there and loving it and really excelling, and really proud of how far the program's come.
What was it like putting on the maroon jersey?
The very first game as a freshman, it felt surreal. I think I feel that at the beginning of every season, that first match or that first game that you put on the jersey, it just feels so honored and so much pride to wear that jersey.
What were some of your accomplishments along your career as a Gamecock?
Well, my senior year, our team started out 13-0, which is the record for the best start to any season in school history. So I would say that's probably one of the defining moments of my career there, being able to be part of that.
Of course, what was it like for you to come out of South Carolina and go internationally to play professional volleyball?
It was definitely a big change. International ball is a lot different than college volleyball, but I loved it. I really felt like I thrived in that different setting, and being at South Carolina, which is already quite far away from where I'm from in Illinois, kind of gave me that ability to be far away from home, and thank goodness for things like FaceTime so I can keep in touch with my family. But I definitely was able to move far away and still feel pretty comfortable because of the experiences I had at South Carolina.
Of course, what was it like traveling the world to obviously Germany to play volleyball?
Germany was a great experience. It was one of the highest leagues I've played in. To get the chance to play with and against some, world-class athletes was just so much fun. And just to be able to compete day in and day out with these amazing women was really, really special.
What was it like for you to travel to Sweden to play internationally?
Sweden was a very fun season. I had a great team. I had probably one of the best coaches I've ever had. And we had a great season. We accomplished a lot. It was a very special season to me because I met what would become my husband in Sweden. So that was a very cool, very special season in my book.
Of course, what was it like traveling to Belgium to play internationally?
Yeah, Belgium, a beautiful country. It was nice. It was very small, so quite easy to get around. It was nice that season. We had chances to travel a lot within Central Europe, so that was really special. And some of the girls on that team just are, to this day, my best friends. It was definitely a challenging season, but we really grew close because of those challenges.
What was it like for you to obviously go from Belgium to Finland?
Finland is one of my favorite countries I've ever played in. The people are wonderful. The culture is wonderful. I love the volleyball league. I played for 2 different clubs there, Liga Ploki and LP Bambula, and both of those clubs were really like family, just such good people working in the clubs, and I just nothing but good things to say about my time in Finland.
What was some of your experiences like traveling all around the world to play volleyball?
I got the opportunity to play in China for a little 2-week program with my old agency, Bring It Promotions, and that was a very cool experience. We got to play in front of a great Chinese crowd. They have amazing fans there. Another cool experience was getting to play with Team USA just this past week in Dominican Republic in the Pan Am Cup. Something I never thought possible and just exceeded my wildest expectations. It was such a great week.
Of course, speaking about obviously playing with Team USA and playing in the Pan Am Cup, what was that like for you to obviously represent obviously your home state of the United States and stuff like that to travel to play with them?
It was, I couldn't express accurately the pride and honor I felt to put on that country. To be able to represent my country on the international stage was an incredible feeling. I will cherish it for my whole life.
How has, of course, your international professional career helped you into where you are now with Athletes Unlimited?
Getting to play with Athletes Unlimited, because of my extensive overseas career, it gave me connections. It gave me the connections to be able to get in with the right people and get the right video and have the right experiences to become part of Athletes Unlimited. So I'm so grateful for everything in my career that led me to it. It's such a great organization to be part of, and I just feel so blessed to be one of the players for Athletes Unlimited.
What was it like, obviously, when you got your name called to be a part of the inaugural season of Athletes Unlimited Volleyball?
When I got the email, I actually almost couldn't believe it. I think I might have dropped my phone. I was at home. I told my parents what happened. I was so excited. I was smiling so big. I think I had a smile on my face for like the next week. It was such a great feeling.
What was it like whenever you got to meet your teammates, whenever you finally obviously signed your contract with Athletes Unlimited and put on that jersey to be with your teammates?
Getting to meet all the girls there, it was such a wonderful group of women, so many women from different backgrounds, different places, different experiences coming together, and our love of volleyball is what we shared, and it was just an amazing experience, and I'm so grateful that I got to be a part of be teammates with so many wonderful women.
What was it like the first time you got to put on that Athletes Unlimited jersey versus obviously when you got to put on your international jerseys for the first time?
Yeah, just that same feeling of pride and also honor. I was just so honored to be able to wear that jersey, and I just wanted to do my best to represent it well.
How was, of course, Athletes Unlimited different from obviously playing internationally and obviously for Team USA, where obviously Athletes Unlimited switches teams each week?
Yeah, it was definitely a different experience. I've never been part of something like that before. Only getting a few days to bring your team together and kind of gel, it definitely has its challenges. Volleyball is such a team sport, so just to be thrown with a new group of people every week can be hard, but it also had some really fun parts. It allowed us to experience like so many different types of teams and players in such a short amount of time. So it was definitely new and different, but very cool in its own way.
What were some of your game day routines and rituals like internationally?
I would say I'm not a huge ritual person. I kind of go with the flow. I like to, spend a little time to myself just to be with my thoughts, say a prayer, and just compose myself. But for the most part, I wouldn't say I have a certain like ritual I need to follow.
Of course, what were some of the game days different and similar to playing internationally and obviously playing with Athletes Unlimited?
Yeah, internationally, it's, you're with your same team that you've been with for so long. So when you're playing a club season, you kind of have it's just such a routine. Your coach, you do the same thing every time. You go probably do your serve and pass, lunch with the team, and then, a certain whatever, depends on what team you play for, how they do it. But Athletes Unlimited was different because you have a new team and you have new people, and while the schedule is pretty the same, you never know what your captain that week is going to want. Do they want you guys doing a lot of serve and pass? Do they want you to rest? Like, it's interesting to see how each captain views game day and approaches it.
Of course, coming from obviously your international to Athletes Unlimited, were there any people that you looked up to in obviously your career that went with you to Athletes Unlimited?
Yeah, so many. I mean, just in general, the PEC, the Player Executive Committee of Athletes Unlimited, is full of amazing women, and women I've looked up to even before this, and especially now that I've gotten to know them even more so. I mean, there's just not just amazing players, but amazing people inside and out.
Of course, who are some people internationally that you looked up to while you were playing internationally?
I would say in terms of setting, I'm a setter. I definitely looked up to Maja Ojanovic. She's the Serbian national team setter. She just runs the game like no one else. She has such a strong court presence, and I have always looked up to her as a setter. So she, for me, would probably be my setting idol.
Of course, what advice would you give somebody looking to play college volleyball?
Yeah, I would say find your niche. There's so many opportunities to play, that just find what's important to you, what you want to do, and then you can absolutely find a college that suits your needs. And just as much as they're picking you, you're also picking them. So don't sell yourself short. Make sure that it's a college that you're going to want to spend 4 years at.
What advice would you give college volleyball players looking to go professionally?
Very similar. I think that professionally offers many different routes as well. There's so many different leagues and different levels, different time commitments. It's just all about evaluating what's important to you and looking where you want to go with your career. And I would say just be really open and honest with your agent and work with them to find the best solution for you.
What advice would you give players that are looking to play internationally like you did, first professionally, then go obviously into a regular volleyball setting?
Once you get into kind of a club or get into your first professional career, I think it's really important to just evaluate how you felt about it, what you liked, what you didn't like, and work for the next year to change those things, because this is your career. This is what you're going to do every day. So you got to love it.
What advice, where can my listeners find you at on social media?
You can find me on Instagram at tbruns27.
Thank you again, Taylor Bruns, for your interview, and best of luck in your future with Athletes Unlimited.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure to be here.
Thank you. You can find Brandon Sports Talk on Facebook at Brandon Sports Talk, Instagram at Brandon Sports Talk, Twitter at Talk_Brandon, and you can find me on YouTube at Brandon Sports Talk. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you again, Taylor Bruns, for your interview, and best of luck in your future with Athletes Unlimited Volleyball.
Thank you, Brandon.
You've been watching Brandon Sports Talk. Please feel free to like, share, and subscribe to Brandon Sports Talk on social media and on YouTube.